how to deal with failure. First of all, the way that you deal with it is to understand it never happens. It never occurred. You did not fail. Now, I know it seems pretty simple for me to sit and say that, but I know that's true because I've experienced it. But what you have done is that you've placed in your thinking and your mindset the idea that you're a failure because something that you did not work out or turn out the way that you thought, or someone else told you that you are a failure. That's not true. The only thing that happened is that you were not in the right place, that you were not doing what was meant for you in this world. And sometimes it's hard to figure that out because we might have formed these ideas about ourselves that are typically limited, and then we have to break out of that. It's a mindset thing. And I'll tell you one story that will illustrate this point brilliantly. I had this job, this was 30-some years ago, and it was actually longer than that, but I hated the job. It was so much pressure, and I was constantly ill because I was getting stress headaches because I didn't want to be there, but I wanted the money. I was addicted to the money. I needed to have it. And so no matter what, I would show up, I would do this, and then one day I was fired out of the blue. Now, this made no sense to me because I was the person who was taking care of everything. I was running the company, basically. And the fact that they could fire me destroyed me. Absolutely, my self-esteem was so low. I had gone into such almost depression because of this. And also because I couldn't figure it out. How could I have been fired? How could I have been a failure? Because that's how it felt. I was a failure. And I lived with this for about a year, maybe even a little longer. I lived with that for a while because I didn't have an answer. And then, after that time, I got the answer. I wasn't supposed to be there. And the reason I wasn't supposed to be there is because they were doing something illegal. And I would have been in trouble had I stayed there. So it was a blessing that I was fired. And then right after that, I found another job that was in alignment with who I was, that was much more enjoyable, that I loved, and I learned so much there because I began counseling and figuring out so many other things. So it was an alignment with me. It wasn't just about what I was earning and the money, but it was just felt what I was meant to do. You have the same thing. And so sometimes when you go through something like that, or you think you failed, no, you're just being protected. You're being guided. You're being led somewhere else. Now it becomes a journey, which I took. This is why I've developed so many things to help others on this journey, to get over the failure, understand it never happened, and then find what it is that is more aligned with who you are. You're not going to fail. And the fact is, you have to know that most of this is in your thinking. And so when you think about that you failed and you keep telling yourself that, you're lowering your energy. You're taking yourself down to other areas where nothing more is going to come to you because you're saying, I don't deserve anything else because I'm a failure. It's the mindset. The law of attraction is real. It will bring to you exactly what you're thinking about yourself. So the first thing we do is figure out, no, you didn't fail. If you're still alive, you still have an opportunity to succeed. That's always what you have to remember. You can change anything. And so the biggest part of this is first working with your mindset, changing that, and finding your right place, because it does exist. And if you're doing that, whatever it is, if you think you failed, even in relationships, even if that's where you think you failed, you did not. It just means that was a stop that you took, and there's something better waiting for you if you can change your mind and allow that to come to you. Because if you're staying in the place of being a failure, no one's going to want to be with you. It's not going to happen. So you have to understand that you're always being led to the right place in your life, because it is always there.